I am Gayatri, working as assistant professor in AC department at SNS College of Technology. Today I am going to discuss about the topic Zener Diode, their working and BA characteristics of particular diode. The Zener Diode, we know it is one of the special diode which is in the family of electronic devices, and it is studied by first year students for the subject fundamental of electrical and electronics engineering. Before going to discuss about the topic Zener diode, the diode which will be conduct the current only in one particular direction. When the diode will be working in for both biasing, which is forward and reverse biasing. But in the forward biasing, it will be acting as a PN junction diode, and in a PN junction, the reverse bias, there will be minimum amount of current flow will be there. But we have to think that when the device is operated in reverse bias, the special diode, the Zener diode, can be conduct safely in the breakdown mechanism without the damaging the particular special diode, Zener diode. The Zener diode, which is mainly used for regulating the voltage and for maintaining the constant voltage in a particular circuit. And the topic for the discussion today is what makes a Zener diode which is different from our particular conventional diode, which is PN junction diode. And how does a Zener breakdown occurs, and what is a two breakdown mechanism occurs in a Zener, which is Zener and breakdown and avalanche breakdown, and how does the Zener will be regulating the voltage, and last we can discuss the VA characteristics of forward biasing as well as in reverse biasing region. And first part, why we are requiring the Zener diode. The Zener diode, when the diode will be working in a reverse bias, it will be acting as a Zener diode to regulate some voltage in our circuit. We are need of Zener diode, and the voltage stability will be mainly focused upon in power supplies as well as voltage production circuit and in a reverse voltage generator circuit. So the Zener diode play the vital role in the purpose of voltage regulation circuit. And coming to the construction part of Zener diode, the Zener diode, which is similar to the PN junction diode, but it is having the two junctions, two layer, and it is heavily doped compared to our PN junction diode. The symbol of the Zener diode, which that it is having a two terminal anode and cathode, and there will be a tilt compared to our PN junction diode. And some of the main feature of Zener diode, it is having a narrow depletion layer, and it is having a breakdown voltage of 3.3 volt and 5.1 and 6.1 volt, etc. And it is also having a reverse controlled breakdown voltage and reverse controlled breakdown voltage. And coming to the working principle of Zener diode, the Zener which will be operating as the PN junction diode in both bias, which is reverse as well as in forward bias. In a forward bias condition, the Zener diode will be acting as a normal PN junction diode, and it is conduct after the breakdown voltage occurs. And in the case of reverse bias, coming to the Zener, which is a main portion in a Zener diode, the reverse current flows very small, which is in the terms of microamperes. At the particular voltage, when the Zener breakdown voltage occurs, then the current flowing through the circuit will be maximum compared to our PN junction diode. And coming to the ideate part, which is the VA characteristics of Zener diode. In the VA characteristics, in the first quadrant, the PN junction diode will be similar to our Zener diode in forward biasing condition, and in the reverse biasing condition, it will be having the Zener breakdown mechanism will be there. After the Zener breakdown mechanism, that is V is at constant Zener voltage, the current will be become maximum, which is known as reverse maximum current. And coming to the one of the applications of Zener diode, which is used for the voltage regulator, when the output voltage is directly, in this case of voltage regulation, the output voltage in the circuit will be directly proportional to our breakdown voltage. Breakdown voltage, which is nothing but Zener voltage. And when there is excessive voltage applied across our series resistor, the output will be remain same, so that there will be a regulated DC voltage in a Zener diode application. And coming to the summary part of the topic we have discussed, which is Zener diode, we have discussed about the forward biasing condition, reverse biasing condition, and what are the um, breakdown, avalanche breakdown on Zener breakdown. Zener breakdown will be having heavily doped and avalanche will be high voltage there. Then there will be a carrier multiplication and there will be a collision occurs in the avalanche breakdown. And the one of the application of Zener which will be used as voltage regulator. And coming to the assessment questions related to the topic what we have discussed, the first one which is Zener diode. The Zener diode will be also known as A option, which is voltage regulator, forward bias diode, breakdown, and none. Voltage regulator, it is application, so it cannot be done, and forward bias, PN junction is forward bias, and C option which is breakdown diode. Okay, this the Zener diode is also known as breakdown diode. Then second question, which of the following is true about the resistance of Zener diode? The Zener diode, it is having incremental high resistance and dynamic resistance also be there, and value of resistance will be inverse. Then all the options will be correct in the case of Zener diode resistance. And third one, which of the following can be used in series with Zener diode so that the combination has almost zero temperature coefficient? Obviously, the diode will be acting as a connected in series. And these are the references. Thank you.